This is Katie.
And this is Derrick.
Welcome to the Breakroom.
Yo, what's up? What's up? This is Derrick.
This is Katie.
And welcome to
the Breakroom.
Wow, that felt great.
I know, it's been a second.
It's been a while. Do people say it's been a second or it's been a minute?
It's been a... Listen, it's been a second. It's been a minute. It's been since May. We haven't been in here since May.
But I don't know that people say it's been a second.
I think that it's what I want it to be, which is it's been a second.
So if
it's been a minute.
Well, if May is a second, then what's a minute?
Derrick.
You know, the fun part about recording is that y'all missed like the first, well, how long have we been here? 8:30?
Yeah.
And so you missed the
second.
first 30 dozen. No one says a second. It's
okay,
been a
everybody
minute.
chime in. People say it's been a second.
It's been a second. It's been a while. It's been a minute. No one says a second. Go ahead, chime in. Drop it in the chat section. Let us know.
Can we also talk about thumbs up?
Thumbs up. We can talk about that, but let's save that for a different episode.
Okay, everybody pause. Thumbs up later. I want everybody to think about thumbs up and what it means to you.
Put it in the parking lot.
Parking lot.
Parking lot. Is that what they say? Facilitators say that. Put it in the parking lot.
I don't say that.
What do you say? How do you pin something and come back to it?
We're going to give that a second.
Hold the second. So, your favorite podcasters who love teachers, administrators, and all things education, we are back with season 2 of The Breakroom. Can you believe we made it to season 2?
Season 2.
Season 2. And this season, we are going to focus on Hallway Leadership, which is a book that Katie, myself, and Taylor Upchurch, we contributed heavily to. Really, Katie did the most work.
That's not true.
She produced it, probably edited it. She did a lot of work.
I did the work.
Yeah. She's so used to just like being cute and showing up and everyone else doing the work.
That is not true. Okay.
It was long overdue.
I make money moves.
Oh, come on, Cardi.
I know.
That was nice. Fist bump.
Thank you.
That was nice. And so now we're going to talk about Hallway Leadership. We're not going to get into the details this episode because what we learned just recently is that this is called a zero episode. It's a zero session.
Zero sessions.
Which means that it's not really a part of like session 1, session 2, session 3. We're simply going to tell you what the book is about. And then when we come back, we'll dive into each chapters.
I like it.
Yeah. Katie, can you tell them where they can find the book?
You can find the book on all of the places. You can go to the Amazons. Yeah. You can go to Barnes & Noble. Yeah. You can go all the places and find Hallway Leadership. Yeah. Or reach out. We'll send you one.
Absolutely. We are very generous. We only have a finite number of books to give out. So I would encourage you all to chime in first. Reach out on Instagram, Facebook. We're on both. Katie's also active on Twitter, which I am not. And then we're both
also known as X.
Also known as X. That's true. I was looking for the, we were talking the other day and I was looking for the app on my phone and I was like, I think I deleted it. Like I don't have it. And then I went back through and it was X.
Yeah, it's X.
I saw it. Like I was just looking for the bird logo, the blue and the white bird logo and not the X.
It's the X. But it's still twitter.com.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
It didn't change.
It can be both.
It's both.
That's what we've learned in modern society, that you don't have to be in one.
Right. I mean, you just told me I could be both confident and ignorant in the same step.
I said pretty and responsible is what I said. I'm implying that when you're cute, you can show up and not have to do anything, which is, I feel like a jerk saying that out loud. And you all, you caught our relationship, a glimpse into our relationship.
He just got canceled, everyone.
Oh, that was so cute. If you were cute. I was watching this clip and it was talking about George Clooney receiving a Lifetime Achievement Award. Did you see
wife?
That?
Yeah.
Wait, did you send me that?
I might have sent that to you.
Which was hilarious.
Yeah, it was Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
Yeah, and his wife had done all this really cool stuff, humanitarian stuff, like United Nations stuff, like around the world. And because she had done all that, we're here celebrating George Clooney's Lifetime Achievement.
He got a Lifetime Achievement Award. Right. So I was going to say, you said you could just be cute and show up. But you could just be a dude and show up.
Ooh.
Taylor Swift, everyone. If I was a man.
I don't even know who that is. I got to Google that. Every time you say that name, I think I forget.
Man. How dare you? Stop. She is the most iconic person.
Girlfriend, right?
Go Taylor Swift's boyfriend.
I really had to Google her. I was like, who is that again?
You lie.
I mean, they showed a statistic that when she shows up, their win percentage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very interesting. They also lost recently. And
she wasn't there.
she wasn't there, but the winning team played Taylor Swift after the game.
That's salty.
It is gonna hey.
Yeah, but you know what? Travis Kelce is about it. He like shakes it off.
Ooh, another fist bump. That was nice.
Thanks,
T Swift and Cardi in the same podcast.
I mean, hey.
So, my wonderful, beautiful, cute co-host, can you break the norm, break the stereotypes, and actually contribute and tell us
how dare you
how this book came to pass?
Okay, Santiago is our producer back here, and he is, I don't know, I can't see that if he's eye rolling or if he is laughing.
Ooh, that was a pretty eye roll.
Okay. Hallway leadership, everyone, is amazing, and it was coined by our friends Hetty Coleman and Taylor Upchurch. They were on a podcast, and Taylor says on this podcast, I want to be a hallway leader. And it was so, and I thought immediately, we have to write that book. So I reached out to Hetty and Taylor and said, let's write this book, and they were both all in. And then I think I just pulled you in. I'm like, listen, you're going to help us too because you're insanely talented and also you're a man. So,
which means that I could probably do something very average and get a lot of credit for it.
Every time an average man does it, I'm going to do it too. Just kidding, everyone. I'm sure you're very special. Okay. So we wrote it, and there's all of these people in it that are, because I feel like we both find ourselves surrounded by amazing people.
Awesome people.
Phenomenal
people. Yeah.
And so we pulled all of these amazing people in, and they wrote a chapter in it. Yeah. And it's for how to be a servant leader, how to be visible in your school. Like as a principal, as a superintendent, as a teacher leader, like we get so bogged down in the everyday demands of paperwork and this and that. And what's really important is that we're in the hallways of our schools, that we are being like one Taylor Upchurch and checking on the teachers and going into classes, and the paperwork stuff is for later. Yeah. And so being visible. So we wrote this book. It's so beautiful, and these amazing people are in it. Yeah. And so we're really proud of it.
I'm proud of it.
It's
one of our very first projects together. That we've had an opportunity to partner. Plenty more to come in the future. It reminds me actually of you were recently in Newcastle, and you made a post. Talk to us a little bit about Adam there.
Adam Hall.
And he made a wonderful statement about being in hallways and visible to students. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, so Adam Hall and I go way back, and we used to teach together. We were on the same team, and we had the same group of middle school. We team, and like so. They have the same teacher for English, for math, for history, and for science. And so teaming is really cool because you can do a lot of cross-curricular things, and you just really get to know your kids. Like you have the same 150 kids with these other teachers. And so Adam was an innovative math teacher. We did a lot of really cool things. Yeah. And now he's the head principal over at Newcastle High School.
What do we add like that? Hopefully our producer can add like some...
Santiago,
I don't know if he gets paid enough for that. Does he get paid enough for that?
I feel like...
I hope so.
Listen. Okay. You guys don't even realize that Derrick Dwayne Sier is taking jabs at me on air. Okay. Adam. Principal Hall.
At Newcastle.
Is innovating just like he did as a math teacher. He is an innovative leader. Yeah. So I walked the halls of this beautiful high school, and they have got... like each student is going to be like on a track, like a career track. And like they're high school students, they're not college students. Right. And so yes, they take English, but also they have kind of picked a track so they can aviation. There were baby teachers or future educators in an English class learning about the brains of children. Like it was amazing, unlike anything I've ever seen in Oklahoma, at least. And so then I spent probably 2 or 3 hours. Like we were like in classrooms, and he was telling me all the things. And this teacher runs up like, and it's in the book too. Like people want your time when you're the hallway leader. And she was like, did you get my email? It's 2 p.m.
We're in the back end of the day.
We're in the back end of the day.
She sent it in the morning.
She sent it probably at 8 a.m., 7:30. What time does high school start? 7 a.m.?
7:30,
Yeah. And she said, did you get my email? And he was so precious and kind.
Dramatic pause.
he said, I will check my email after the buses leave, is what he said.
Mic drop.
Oh, and I I think I did start crying. He's like, you need to calm down. Yeah. You need to calm down. How many T-Swift can we drop? Anyway,
I didn't start listening to her until she started dating Travis.
Listen, she put him on the map. Ooh, just kidding. We love you guys.
And we love both of them equally. I love Travis enough for Katie, and Katie loves Taylor enough for me. Between the two of us, we got them covered.
I really want them to be in game. Okay,
stay focused. Here we go. We're back.
And we're back. And so Adam I wrote up a beautiful blog about his, I think it was called Newcastle, Oklahoma, where innovation abounds or something. Yeah. And that's the kind of person that is in our book. That's the kind of person that we hope you all have as a leader, as a principal, as a teacher.
Yeah, it's okay. We're good. We have ice in cups and we're trying to be quiet, but you guys get it. And we're just having a good time.
I was just having a conversation and I was
just
holding the ice and then
next to the microphone, stirring it, shuffling it, swirling it like it was a glass of wine.
Santiago.
he doesn't get paid enough to edit that out. It's okay. I'll make sure he's taken care of.
Shush.
You just sit over there.
Okay, no, listen.
Wait, stay focused.
Okay, stay focused.
I did.
You did it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so hallway leadership, everyone. It's so good.
You know, one of the things that I love about you, Katie, is that you've worked in multiple different places. You help serve. I mean, you have such a heart for baby teachers and education. And you love middle schoolers like nobody I've ever met in my life. Like, when I see a middle schooler, I want to chop them in the throat. And I know you can't do it.
You want to karate chop him in the throat?
In the actual throat. Because it's
Adam's apple.
They know enough. They have they have enough information, enough swagger to appear and present knowledgeable. And they play these sports and they're athletic and they have these bodies that look older, but their brains are not developed. And as cool as they can be sometimes they remind you how old they are. And that's where the hand closes into a firm karate chop position. And then I put them both in my pockets, right? Because it's like you have this long-suffering, tolerable patience and desire to love on them. And the reason I bring that up is because even with that in mind, and I really hope you guys get this book because she shares so many stories about being in that setting and loving, being pregnant and loving and being under certain types of leadership and still loving and being under other leadership and flourishing. And it's talking about how can we do things outside of the classroom, right? That matter. How can we get in spaces where children and students and faculty and staff and teachers and administrators, they connect outside of the office and the classroom and connect in a very, very unique way. And I believe that the collection of authors that we have in this book gives us a variety of experience, a variety of tenure. We have people that have been in administration, people that have been in classrooms. Hattie's a community guy, has never taught anything in his life. The only thing that I taught was I was a sub here in Oklahoma City because I wanted to get some classroom experience. But being a sub is not being a teacher at all, right? Because it's I come in, I'm the cool sub, and then I'm out. I don't have to deal with these kids every single day. And so one of the things that I love that Katie's done with this book is that she has provided us a variety of perspective on what outside of the classroom, outside of the office, away from the computer, away from paper, what does it look like to lead in those spaces that are not so directly technical to students? And I think that's really good. So I want to ask you another question. I know we're going to try to make this episode really, really, really short. But when you think about the hallways, right? Because this registered with you pretty quickly. They said the idea, you're having this conversation, you're on the podcast, and you're like, that's a book. That's a book.
That's a book.
When you think about your experience and the lifetime that you've spent in the hallways, why are hallways so important as it pertains to connecting with students and your coworkers?
Well, I think it's really symbolic of how the school is being run and how everyone feels about the mission and the job and what they're doing. Mm-hmm. So I have been in super healthy schools where it's almost electric and crackly when you walk in. You can feel
you guys can't see her moving. She's got shoulders and hands and fingers and
we should put this on YouTube.
Crackly. I've never heard of an environment Is it like the crackly that you hear like on power lines?
Yeah, like it's electric.
Yeah. That's nice.
I like that. And like you can go into any one classroom and there's innovation happening, or there are people who are serving other teachers. Like if you're the vet teacher, you have several baby teachers under your wing, and that they can feel empowered and vulnerable enough to be like, I need help. And then I've been in the opposite kind of building too, where people don't want to be in the hallways. They're scared. They think somebody's watching them on the cameras. There's not a lot of like that family feel. Yeah. And our kids can feel that. So I feel like this book is full of those types of leaders that make things just crackly. Yeah.
You have this amazing heart for, we call them baby teachers.
I love the baby teachers.
Why is it so important for them to get the concept of hallway leadership very early on before, and I'm gonna show my inexperience in schools, because I feel like sometimes teachers get like jaded and they get tired. Katie and I hosted a social for a school here in Oklahoma City, and we heard time and time again, teachers are tired, administrators are tired, and we just really wanted to love on them. So we threw them a fall social, and we had music and games, just kind of so they could connect outside of the classroom.
We didn't throw it. Derrick threw it. I just came to it.
But Katie contributed heavily. She did. So it's like, why is it so important for our baby teachers, our new teachers, to get this concept of interacting in the hallways, like outside of the classroom? Why is it so important for baby teachers to grasp very early on in their career?
Well, I think that their culture that they are creating inside of their classroom spills out into the hallway, spills out into the cafeteria, into other people's classrooms. And I want the baby teachers to know that this is messy human work. And you are empowered to reach out. Like, I don't have it all figured out. You don't have it all figured out. These people in this book, they are giving, our kids are evolving. They're changing all the time. Yeah. And we have to feel like we can rely on each other. You're not on an island. You're not in an island. You're on an island. You could be in an island.
You could be in an island.
Okay. It's just a second. For a second.
I'll beat you to it.
That was good. And that you are empowered to reach out and then like everybody in the building is like, yeah, come to me. Let me help you. Yeah. But I also will in turn eventually come to you. Mm-hmm. And then they all feel like we got this. We're on the same team. We love these babies. And that's when it's the crackliest. Yeah.
I like the concept of like hallway leadership and the break room merging in this venture, this effort, because neither one of those spaces are in the classroom. Right. We talked about for our first season, the power and the benefit and the purpose of the break room, which is where you like let your hair down. We had the cry couch. And then for a couple of months, Katie and I, we invaded break rooms and we left snacks and gifts and books. And we just really wanted to make it a place of connection and empowerment, encouragement. And so this book will do the same thing. I want us to, before we get out of here, I want us to list the names of the authors. Can you go through and list those names of people that have contributed to the book? I'm getting the eye. You don't want me to do it? You don't want to do it?
No, I do want to do it. Stop looking at me like that, because then I feel like you're judging me.
I'm not judging you.
You sometimes do.
No, and this is important, because Katie has reached far and wide to get a very diverse and I want to say varietous group, which is not a word.
That is a word.
Is it a word?
I don't know. Let's look it up.
You're the English person.
That's true.
I'm not. She corrects me.
Well, let's go back and forth. Like, I'll start with the first one and you'll go to the second one, because these are our people.
These are our people. I know some of them. She knows all of them.
That's true. Okay,
let's go.
So Marcus Beelan.
Who's Marcus Beelan?
Marcus Beelan is an amazing principal.
Yeah.
He is also a speaker. And I actually talked to him on the phone last night. He's like one of my people. He's in my speakers group. And he is just killing it in that sphere. And he's in Chicago.
That's good. The next one is Omonigo Oshea Omokomian. We call her Shay.
Hey, Shay.
Hey, Shay. Shay Boo to some. Shayo to some, to others. Shay is a Oklahoma City native, born and raised and educated here in Oklahoma City Metro. She's given her life to kids and students. She is someone that has been in pageants here in Oklahoma City. She is like rooted on the east side. She went back to get her degree in, I think it's I don't want to say social work, but she does.
I mean, she's doing parent class. She did one on Saturday.
Yeah.
She did, and like she is like pulling in all of these people and teaching them, and she's a beautiful
Absolutely.
soul.
She's been a school counselor. She's doing all these really cool things. And so she is going to launch into the stratosphere in 2024. She has some really great plans. That's Shay Omakomian.
Charles Williams, also known
The
Velvet Voice of Education. Hey.
He's a handsome one too.
Yeah, I mean, and if you listen, I tell him that he could make millions just talking to people, like in like an ASMR way.
Yeah, he was also part of our spring shift.
He was. He did our ending keynote.
Chicago, right?
Chicago.
Chicago, yeah.
He's from outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to see him tomorrow
What?
at the Bridging to Resilience in Wichita. And his session is the same time as mine, which I'm kind of sad about.
Which means neither of you get to go to the other person's session. He's a good one.
Yeah.
The next one is Hetty Coleman, who I believe wrote the foreword in this book. And he did not. Was he supposed to?
He was supposed to.
Oh my gosh,
he has a chapter though.
Does he? Oh, Hetty has a chapter. Okay.
Yeah.
He is the creator of Guthrie America, Go Win. He wants to celebrate 1 million teachers.com. Red Sox. He's a professional greeter. All things Guthrie. He does some really amazing work. He's also the pastor of North Church Guthrie. And this chapter is Hallway's Leadership is Coined. I love that one.
Hallway Leadership is Coined. So good. And then there's Erin Patton, and she's from our Relate Then Educate.
Okay.
Teacher forever. Now she works solely with Relate Then Educate. They put on Teachers Night Out. They've been bringing in all of these teachers, and they have like almost like a comedy routine, and then they just love on teachers. It's amazing.
Don't they have a podcast too?
They have a podcast. You've been on it.
I've been on it.
And
very active on Instagram.
Very active, and they're really awesome. And they have a book out called Relate Then Educate.
They do.
Yeah.
RTE.
Stories about teachers and what they're going through.
That's amazing. Who's the next one? I don't know that one.
Dr. Trong Young.
Tron Young.
He is hashtag be the thermostat. And he is like snazzy. Like you can Google him and you can find him rapping in front of buses at his school.
You mean like spitting bars?
Like spitting bars, like dropping
Really?
hot fire. That was so
Hot fire.
It was hot.
Hey, you gave it a shot. Like you went for it. Like you didn't even pause. You said it like it was natural. He's dropping hot fire.
So
don't say it.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. Okay, I don't know the rest of them, so you got to introduce them.
Okay.
You know all of them.
Dr. Trong Young, be the thermostat, great principal,
Rapper.
great speaker, rapper. Dr. Sherry Gately, she is a principal here, and you do know her. She is Capitol Hill. She's at Capitol Hill.
Oh, yes, I do know her.
Yeah.
I know her.
And she's precious and wonderful.
And Capitol Hill is doing some really cool things. They will be beneficiaries of our new bond that we passed here in Oklahoma City. It was almost a $1 billion bond. And so Capitol Hill will get a new building while trying to preserve their historic imprint in that area.
She's really excited about it.
Yeah, she should be.
Andrea Cyphers, she's out in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. And if you walk into her school, crackly.
Ooh,
she
electric.
is just this electric. She does what is best for kids. She loves her teachers. She is awesome.
Yeah.
And so if you're ever out in Fort Gibson, you want to go to her building because she is just...
What's the process, Ken? We reach out on social media? Like, do they need to reach out to you to make the connection?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely. She's on there. And it's called The Grateful Principal. And she, like, that's the name of her social media.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So she just like lives in that, feeling grateful about the work that she does. I love her.
amazing.
She's
Yeah.
great. Cindy Him is my mommy.
What up, Cindy? How you doing? Hey.
She is just amazing. There are 2 chapters. She wrote one for baby principals, and then I wrote another one about her and her story called Miracle on Southwest Boulevard. There's also a book out there, and she's just living the retired life now. Now she just like drinks mimosas all day.
Yeah.
She tells us, she's like, what day is it? And we're like, it's Tuesday. And she's like, well, I don't know because I'm drinking mimosas. Her and my dad, they are living their best life.
She transformed the school.
She did.
Yeah.
She did. Eugene Field Elementary in Tulsa.
And you told a little bit about it in the book. Yeah. And then there's another separate.
There's a separate book.
Okay. Right.
Yes. And then Mr. Adam Welcome is just one of the best speakers. He's gone all over. He was a principal. He was also part of a transformation
school.
Thank you for that. It was words were hard, right? Just right there. And he's thank you. Innovative principal and also one of my mentors. And he does a a lot of cool things all over the nation. So
that's fun. So those are all of our contributing authors to this wonderful project. And the goal is that we give you the opportunity to meet all of them in all of their glory and all of their stature. We want to make sure that you get the opportunity to hear their story, for them to expound in the chapter that they wrote and tell us some really cool stuff that they're doing in education currently, still, presently. But we'll be here the whole time. Season 2 of the Breakroom, and we want to make sure that we're supporting you all. If there's some topics that you want to hear that we're not talking about, like, let us know. Like, I have an expert in the room, and it's not me. It is our wonderful Katie Kander.
That wasn't even a jab. That was just nice.
It was
Thank
nice.
you. I appreciate that.
Nice. I've been calling you pretty and cute.
Like, I don't have to do anything because I can just sit here and be cute.
She's contributed quite a bit, folks. She like published the whole 2 books. Did you do your mom's book?
I did.
3 books. 3 books under your belt. Yes. Yep, 3 books. And so much more left in the tank. She's really cool. She's traveling actually quite a bit this week.
I am.
We'll be in Wichita. We'll be in Arkansas,
Ohio.
And then we'll both be together in Eufaula.
Yeah.
And so, we really love you guys. We appreciate you. Thanks for chiming in. Katie, you got any last words?
We love you guys. Reach out. We want to love your school and your principals and your teachers and all the people.
Absolutely. I do want to say before we end that Katie and I recently assumed the titles of Red Balloon Ambassadors.
True.
And we get the opportunity to go and celebrate teachers all over the Oklahoma Metro. I mean, from as far north as Guthrie and Stillwater to as far south to Norman and Blanchard. We've been out in Yukon and Mustang and Piedmont, all the way east over to Spencer. So if you're in the Oklahoma City Metro and you are interested in showing some gratitude and appreciation to teachers in your school, we will have the link posted here, or you can go to HaitieColeman.com. He is the person that drives it, and you'll be able to see Red Balloons and teachers. You can go there, you can click, nominate, and we will hopefully get to 1 million teachers. That's the goal, is to get to 1 million teachers. I know there's not even I think there's maybe 1 million people in the Oklahoma City Metro.
There's 3 million.
Is it 3 million people?
I really don't know.
Are a third of them teachers? I would say no.
Listen, they're connected in some way. In some way.
So we want you to go on there and nominate your teacher friends. And we show up and we take pictures and we show love and all good stuff. And then outside of that, this is season 2 of the Breakroom with Hallway Leadership. We're so excited. Let us know about the book if you want it. We'll make sure you get it.
Bye, everyone.
This is Derrick.
This is Katie.
And this is The Breakroom.